What is the difference between a safety rep, a safety officer, and a safety manager? Well, I'm going to start by the safety officer, because safety officer is commonly known in the industry, but most probably the most wrongly referred to appointment in the industry. So a safety officer is only mentioned underneath the construction regulation, nowhere else. It is also a full-time profession, and this person must be registered with the SACP CMCP. It's a professional appointment. And this person is then liable for the safety on a construction site for a company. And this safety officer have got the authority to stop work in any case if he sees that there is dangerous work. This safety officer must then also be appointed in writing according to Construction Regulation 8.5, and it must have a minimum qualification as well. This appointment letter is strictly only for the construction industry. A safety rep, on the other side, is what the word says. It's a representative in safety for the employees. So this appointment letter is mentioned underneath the Occupational Health and Safety Act. It is not a full-time profession, and it's an appointment that represents the employees. This person then needs to be trained in safety rep. It's normally just a one-day course. And it communicates safety to the employees. And it can make recommendations to management of what works and what does not work in the workplace. It must be appointed in writing underneath the Occupational Health and Safety Act, Section 17. It attends to the safety meeting, and it represents the employees in the meeting. And this appointment letter usually expires, and it's usually when the training certificate expires. And then the other appointment that we have is a safety manager. Now, this appointment is not mentioned underneath the OSH Act or the construction regulation. It is a practical appointment letter, and this appointment letter cannot be held liable for any safety in an organization. It is simply just the appointment letters where it assists the CEO to manage certain activities in the safety management program. This appointment is usually done underneath the Occupational Health and Safety Act, Section 16.2, to help the CEO manage the safety program. And there's no specific qualification needed. It's most probably just an admin person or a department manager that will assist the CEO to manage it. This is for all industries but the construction regulation. Okay. Now, to understand it a little bit more clearly, I want to go a little bit deeper. And let's start now with the safety representative. Now, this is the pyramid of authority where we have the CEO right at the top, the managers and the supervisors, employees and the contractors who are right on the bottom. You can see there that the supervisors is the last representation of management. So there we will have then your management as the CEO, department managers and supervisors, and then we'll have the employees at the bottom. Now, the management is obviously going to be appointed as they represents the CEO in different departments or in different branches. They need to be trained in health and safety legislation. But the health and safety representative represent the employees, and they need to be nominated and elected to represent the employees, and they need to be trained as a health and safety rep. That is a one-day course just to show them what is expected of them. It is not a full-time appointment. Here you can clearly see that the health and safety rep represent the employees, just like the 16.2 and 8.2 represents the manager, the CEO. Let's quickly have a look then underneath the construction industry for safety officers. Now, I quickly want to mention that the safety officers under SACP CMP is being divided in three sections. We firstly have the safety agent, the safety manager, and the safety officer. The safety manager is not the third appointment that we are speaking about. This is underneath the construction regulation. Now, these appointments is a full-time appointment. They are legally liable, and they represent the client or the principal contractor or even the subcontractors. Now, these if something goes wrong underneath the construction regulation, these safety officers can be held legally liable and even lose their qualifications or registration with the SACP-CMP. This is a full-time profession and competency will be measured. Then, underneath the OSH Act, we have the managers, the safety manager, which is responsible to assist the employers in his duties. And let's quickly have a look at what his duties are there. Firstly, identify all hazards, meaning do a risk assessment. Eliminate it. See if we can get rid of all the hazards. If we can't, we need to mitigate it, meaning what are we going to put in place to make sure that the activities is still safe. We need to issue PPE to bring the risk even lower. Then we make sure that there's supervision, because all work must happen under supervision of a person which is competent, and then make sure that there's training that happens continuously to make sure that the safety has been upkept and the employees is competent. And a safe environment, make sure that the inspections happens continuously. Now this was the 3 different appointment letters that we have regarding safety and the difference between a safety rep, safety officer, and safety manager. Thank you very much, guys. If you have any other questions, you are welcome to give me a call and I would love to talk you through it because that is what we do. Thank you.